Well, welcome back to Shopsicle Garage. Today we're going to see if we can figure out why our new Dakota Digital fuel gauge doesn't work and our Tach doesn't work, and see if we can get them fixed. My first assumption for the fuel gauge is that the sending unit in the tank is bad, because there's a test function on the Dakota Digital gauge itself that I tested, and it showed 1.1 ohms. Of course, these sending units are 0 to 90, 0 being empty, 90 being full. So here's the one we just took out. If you have seen some of our other videos, you know that we've had to swap this a couple times. So here's what we just took out. Let's take a look. Got it zip tied up a little bit. Okay, and this one is showing 47.2 ohms right now, 46, 47. So the gauge should show it at this position a little over half. Well, I'm moving it with the wire, that's why it was changing. And my wire under there, moving it. I struggle to make good contact with it. All right, there we go. Now if I let that down, 43. And as the float comes up, it should increase, and it does. So this appears to be a working sending unit. That's, like I said, the one we just took out. So let's check the one in the car. We're gonna let this hang for a minute. Hopefully I wasn't in your way though, hold on. The one in the car is going to be up here somewhere, hanging. Now I may end up being in your way for this one. Now remember, the Dakota Digital system, gauge system itself, I just breathe on that, it's cold out here. Read it at a 1.1, and if you can see that, we're getting a 1.0, so I move around. And we know there's 5 gallons of gas in there. So at 5 gallons, should be somewhere around 30-ish ohms, I would think. Does that sound right to you guys? I don't know. So let's go ahead and plug this in with that zip tied up at lower 40. We'll plug this into the car, and then we'll go up there and okay. We're plugged into the car. Now we're going to bring the car down, turn the key on, and see what were we getting? I don't know. See if the gauge works. Okay, somebody left a light on, so the battery's dead. Had to put it on the charger. No, that was me. So, look at that. Half tank. So that's 100% our problem. Dropping back down. Now what dropped back down? Fuel gauge stayed the same. Now it dropped down. We're losing battery power probably because the battery's too dead. Let me give the charger a little more juice. Alright, I got the battery charger turned up a bit. Let's try it again. Almost half, and here's a pump run. So, sending unit is definitely our problem. I'm going to get rid of that check engine light. You guys can't see that, but these Dakota Digital gauges, pretty nice. This is the VHX series. Got a whole video course on installing them. But for now, we're diagnosing this problem. Okay, the next order of business on this moment is the Tach not working. This is an HEI distributor, and it has a designated Tach wire. So again, I know I said multiple times in other videos, I'm not a wiring person. I don't like wiring. I don't understand a lot of it, but something like this Tach wire goes out. I know you can't see it. Goes back in on the firewall, and there's some sort of resistor, noise filter, whatever you want to call it. What are we going to call it back there? So I wonder if that's bad, or it just messes up the Dakota Digital gauge. I don't know. Either way, we're going to do what I should have done in the first place. I'm just going to run brand new wires. I'm going to unplug the factory one or whatever it is with this car situation we got going on here, and put my own in there, run it in, plug it into the control box for the Dakota Digital gauges, and see if that works. Let's unhook this one. And we just need a, connector. Looks like a spade type connector goes in there. Okay, I said spade type. That's not the connector I meant. I meant the opposite. Come on. This kind. Here is another HEI cap. It's not in the car. You can read right there, it says Tach and battery. So that's what I'm messing with back there on the one in the car. And then you can see it's there. So we're going to put a wire and then we're just going to stick this on that terminal like that to get our signal. So let me get that wired up and then we'll see if it solved our Tach problem. Okay, we're wired up. And let's see if we can get anything on the Tach. Oh, we did. All right, well, I jumped out there to hit the throttle. Don't worry about the stumble. I know what that problem is. Anyway, did the Tach move right while I was out there? Somebody tell me. Well, today we got the diagnosis for the fuel gauge, which is unfortunately what I suspected. So, like I said, if you've seen our other videos before, you know we've had this tank out 3 times, and this will be the 4th. So, my own stupidity a couple of times. Anyway, we got that diagnosed, and we got the Tach fixed, so that's good. The only thing left is I still have to calibrate the speedometer per the Dakota Digital instructions. Have a couple of things to do before we can get out and drive it a mile. Saw our last video of the installation, all of our coolant still in the buckets and on the floor. I still have to wire in the fan switch so we can have a fan to put the coolant back in it and to fill up transmission fluid, and then we'll be ready to go. We'll see what we can get done in the next one. And hit 66 for power tour this year. I found one shopsicle frozen to the bottom of the freezer in there. Half thawed out though, it's liquid. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to eat, or in this case drink, your shopsicles.